What's going on, y'all? Today we got Allen Iverson, the answer. Oh my god. Original career documentary. Mouthful, y'all. Mouthful.
Was the defining player of his era, whether you liked it or not.
A 6-footer. And I doubt if he's that big.
An icon of basketball.
Iverson for the record. Yes, and there it is.
Pound for pound, inch for inch, Allen Iverson was the greatest scorer in NBA history.
A walking billboard of tattoos, braids, fixed scowl, and defiant attitude.
Iverson, what a move!
A four-time league scoring champion. One of the most culturally impactful athletes.
He had that kind of impact on a generation of kids.
Watch how quick this young man is.
A culture was not just changed, but defined by him.
We sitting here, I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice.
People know how he is, and he'll call them out.
Well, this guy is just a super athlete.
He'll say how he feels.
I mean, listen, we talking about practice. Not a game, not a game, not a game. We talking about practice.
A 6-footer. And I doubt if he's that big.
Like him being like one of the smaller players.
Allen Iverson.
What a move by Iverson.
The answer. Iverson grew up in Newport News, Virginia.
A mix of low to moderate income homes and some of the city's older business streets, the East End has more than its share of problems. Police patrolling the area deal with street crime of all sorts.
Iverson was surrounded by pitfalls that could derail a promising future.
My dad was in and out of jail most of my life.
I was a young kid in the Newport News area at the time Iverson was in high school. Everyone had heard of this super freak who was both the best basketball and football player in the country.
The Bethel Bruins versus the Hampton Crabbers. Allen Iverson at quarterback. Iverson fakes, rolls, looks downfield. He can run with the football.
I always believed in myself. You know, my mom always told me I could be anything that I wanted to be, and I truly believed it.
In his junior year of high school, Allen won the state championship and was named Virginia Player of the Year.
A sensational athlete, he was AP High School Player of the Year in both football and basketball. He captured state titles in each sport.
AI making plays as a high school athlete at quarterback and defensive back. Just absolutely ridiculous what he was able to do.
When Iverson was 17, he and a group of friends went bowling.
The allegation is that there was, the N-word said, that there was a racial epithet, which ignited a melee.
A massive brawl broke out, with some 30 people involved.
So remember that he had been accused of throwing a chair at someone in their bowling alley. We never know for sure if he did it, but that's what he'd been accused of.
It was supposedly a racial brawl, but only 4 black youths, 2 of them minors with no records, including Allen, were arrested.
Had he not been basically a star at Bethel High, had he not been as well known as he is, then he may not have been identified by anyone. He may have been like the other 20 people who were involved that were not charged.
Of everyone, only Iverson and his 3 friends were arrested and charged. They even waited 9 months to bring charges, so Iverson would turn 18 and could be tried as an adult.
Court sentences you to serve a term of 5 years.
Iverson was sentenced to 5 years in prison.
It is one of the all-time railroadings of an athlete that our judicial system has given.
Tonight we have the story of what has happened to a young man who was headed for $1 million future, but now he's in jail.
There are entire documentaries about this, so I won't linger too long. After a tremendous national outpouring of support for Iverson, the governor of Virginia stepped in and pardoned Allen and his 3 friends. With his legal troubles behind him, Iverson was free to resume his basketball career. But because of his bad rep, only one school would take him: Georgetown.
And I feel like John Thompson saved my life. Yeah. You know, because he gave me another opportunity when everybody stopped recruiting me. I was recruited by everybody in the country in both sports. And once that incident happened, you know, everybody went away.
When I first saw him, he looked too small, too skinny. And I said, this little boy can't be what I thought he was. But I'm going to tell you something. He was more.
The experience of watching Allen Iverson, it was an event. But every game there was a moment. Once a game, he would do something that you'd never seen before.
Oh, what a big-time move! Super Super scintillating, sensational.
And he was Defensive Player of the Year 2 times in the Big East.
Indeed.
Another steal by Iverson. Straight up with it again. Off the ground.
At Georgetown, his game quickly reminded the nation that he was a surefire NBA talent.
The Big East in scoring and steals. Not what they wanted to do. 13 Huskies. Oh, nobody stepped. Iverson.
There was such a legend to him, and it was actually enhanced by the fact that he had been incarcerated because nobody had seen him. We didn't see him in McDonald's All-American Game on ESPN. And so you heard about him before you got to see him.
Iverson. That's a three-pointer. Say good night. The adjustment in midair to see that little spurt. Look at the feet.
Yeah, I mean, just a spurt. I mean, he can dance with the dribble.
Iverson. What's he do with a kiss? The kiss back.
Jordan had him in the they sponsored by Jordan. He had him in the Concords.
Joining Danya Abrams and Dana
nice.
with 38-point outing tonight.
When you look at Georgetown, they're led by Allen Iverson, and he not only is their leader in scoring, he also is their leader in their pressure defense.
Sellis fly by Iverson, and Iverson on the out. Oh, you ain't gonna catch him, baby. Hello, New York. This is Montana.
The magic of a 6-foot, 160-pound player thriving in the land of giants attracted fans from all over.
His speed was
hanging on him. He be hanging with the cross.
His scoring and off-the-chart speed was must-see TV.
How can someone so small fly so high?
Iverson left school early to go pro, joining perhaps the greatest draft class ever.
We're going to start with 96, AIU, the #1 pick. Kobe, Ray Allen, Steve Nash, Jermaine O'Neal, Stephon Marbury.
I don't remember there being any argument about who was going #1 that year. I mean, everybody knew it was going to be Allen.
With the first pick in the 1996 NBA draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select
first
Allen Iverson from Georgetown University.
To the surprise of no one, the 76ers selected Allen Iverson #1 overall.
Allen Iverson, #1 pick in the 1996 NBA draft.
Signing it down. At guard, at 6 feet from Georgetown, #3, Allen Iverson.
This is the Core State Center, where tonight, the largest crowd ever to see a basketball game. Iverson, the #1 pick last June. Raw lightning. Wait till you see him play.
His debut brought out a raucous crowd.
Iverson, this is going to be something with Stackhouse.
What was it like at the beginning, trying to build the beginning of your career?
Oh my.
I was a point guard, but I always been a killer.
Iverson all the way, yes!
So I was a scorer.
Allen Iverson, a stunning NBA debut with 30 points.
Not being traditional.
Iverson for 3, yes! Well, you could see it as soon as it left his hand. Tonight, the first night of a revolution, as Allen's mother, as all of us here are enjoying his terrific NBA debut. Indeed, the revolution is underway.
30 points in his first game.
But Iverson is a guy, I think, as his decision-making skills improve, he's going to be a very solid player in this league for a long time.
He electrified the Philadelphia sports scene.
For 3, whoa! All cotton for Iverson.
So it probably didn't even register and bother me like it would anybody else. That was the #1 pick. Man, I'm in the NBA. I just got out of jail.
Now Philadelphia with 4-on-1 numbers.
You know what I mean? I'm making millions of dollars. Like, I'm taking care of my family.
Iverson with a cutesy play. The young man's making things happen right now, and you see he plays with emotion. He's got 24.
He's become one of the NBA's elite players while earning respect around the league.
I mean, talk about rooting for the little guy. Everything about Allen Iverson
Is the
are
little
the
guy.
things that I admire about sports.
With every spectacular crossover, more and more fans tuned in to watch the 76ers.
And then Iverson with another crossover dribble that'll just break your ankles even watching.
Iverson breaks the ankles of Isley and got 2.
#1, stop
5 minutes gone in the 4th.
The Philadelphia
76ers have taken a 1-point lead.
Rookie Iverson brought a heightened brand of playground brilliance to the league.
He was called the Playground Rookie of the Year by Charles Barkley. He was criticized around the league for putting himself before the team, and he was accused of not respecting his elders around the league.
Should win Rookie of the Year. A lot of it based on the excitement he generates.
Against the Bulls.
He's talking his shit. I ain't gonna lie, I don't care. If he talking his shit, then that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I understand it, yo, bro. If it's off the court, that's something different. But on the court, bro, it's not about respect. It's about being competitive. You know, I ain't gonna lie. It's not even about that.
Based on the excitement he generates.
Against the Bulls.
Man,
Iverson kicked off a record streak of 40-point games for a rookie.
Fade away from the three-point stripe, just inside of that.
Freak of nature. There are a couple that come along in lifetime. And we just saw it.
Iverson goes between them, off the glass, and good. Again, Philadelphia can take the lead here. Iverson for three. 28. Iverson, top of the
I thought he was gonna hit him. Get him a little hezzy. Pull up, thank you. We take tough shots, we make tough shots.
Iverson for
Bye, y'all. Stop playing. Kerr is dead. Steve's dead.
44 for Allen Iverson.
I ain't gonna lie.
40 or more in each of his last two.
No one player can guard him one-on-one. Now look at the points. 23 points. He's not only first in point guards, he's in the top 5 in the league.
He was named Rookie of the Month.
And moments ago, he was honored as the Schick NBA Rookie of the Month.
I feel every matchup is in my favor. I'm always going to look at it like that.
Just ultra quick as well.
Iverson among the NBA leaders in steals, and there it is.
It's a heck of a run by the 76ers right now.
Allen Iverson, quick as a wink, averaging 39 in his last 3. Answer with 3. He is fouled, looking for the 4-point play.
He had incredible ball handling skills, tremendously athletic.
Seen you was about to get hit.
On the
my boy, he trying to hold on. Yo,
but net
about to get hit up.
Allen Iverson having his way tonight, looking for his 3rd straight game of 40 or more. And there it is, 3 straight of 40 or more.
The streak continued.
Allen Iverson, a wonderful year, takes it to the hoop.
So the big man was dominating. We're talking about a player, they say 6 feet.
Wait, so he scored 40 times in a row? Wait, let me make... I hope that's not what's just going on. Let me know, y'all, in the comments. Let me know if I missed that. I heard him say it, but I thought you were talking about like 30.
Around 5'11", 160 pounds.
I probably was talking about 30. 40 is different, bro. No way. So you're talking about 30, right?
A 6-footer going against giants in the paint.
Allen Iverson now with 20.
I'm 5'11". I'm eye to eye with Allen Iverson.
Iverson is just this wisp that you can't catch up to.
Iverson the steal, lined up by Curry, forget it. Oh! Iverson for 3. Yes! Allen, that's for 3. Yes! Allen Iverson with 39. Iverson for the record. Yes, and there it is. Allen Iverson, 4 straight with 40 or more, breaking the Wilt Chamberlain standard that had stood for 37 years. Allen Iverson with 39 in the second half and 50 for the night.
Breaking the record held by Wilt Chamberlain.
Yeah, they were talking about
40 or more, breaking a rookie record, capping it with 50 in dramatic fashion on Saturday night.
You're looking at Allen Iverson, the Philadelphia 76ers rookie who has been nothing short of spectacular the last 4 games.
Put up some big numbers and probably should get Rookie of the Year.
And the Bullets just let him shoot away, and he's got it. Allen Iverson becomes the first rookie in NBA history to score 40 or more points in 5 consecutive games.
Iverson may have clinched the award with his streak of scoring 40 or more points in 5 straight games earlier this month, the longest such streak by a rookie in league history.
5 straight games with 40-plus points.
Third quarter, here's Iverson. By Iverson.
The guy that taught me to crossover was a walk-on at Georgetown.
Okay.
And he never played, never got in the game, but he the one that, taught me to move because he used to hit me with it at practice all the time. And my ego, I just put it to the side and said, look, man, you got to teach me that. And I used to always remember telling my family and my friends, if I got the opportunity that I was going to try my move against the best player that I've ever seen play the game. But I always can hear that voice in my head when Phil Jackson said Michael.
Phil Jackson famously shouted for MJ to take Iverson.
And I was like, okay, here go the moment, and I'm not going to be scared of it.
Iverson guarded by Pippen now. Great move by Iverson. Iverson split two defenders and drew a foul on three. Iverson
Cash money.
From the left wing.
If you want to support this channel, please consider joining my YouTube channel membership. It really helps. Thank you. Now, enjoy this MJ highlight.
Coach is right there down the floor. Nice pass to MJ. Goes between him with a left hand. What a move by Mike.
He is Allen Iverson, and he is the 1997 NBA Rookie of the Year, which comes as no surprise to Iverson, who called it my award 3 weeks ago.
To present our rookie, Allen Iverson, with the Schick NBA Rookie of the Year award. Yeah!
In his second year, Iverson's impact really took off.
And then came this representative of the hip-hop generation, a walking billboard of tattoos, braids, fixed scowl, and defiant attitude.
Tattoos, the braids, he wore tall tees, he was sagging. The way he spoke, it was like I knew his type, and it reminded me of a dude that was from what I was from.
The response that I've gotten from kids, you know, I mean, because I used to be a sneaker fanatic, man, and to finally see little kids wearing my sneaker and look up to me. They don't care about what these adults care about. What is Allen doing with his posse and blah, blah, blah. All they care about is Allen Iverson they see.
Allen Iverson became a symbol of those on the outside.
He comes into the league, and it's being covered by mostly older white people, right? And they're kind of like, what is this?
Kobe Bryant from Lower Marion, Pennsylvania High School. Stackhouse out above the three, goes inside of it, brings the ball to Iverson. He drives the base. That's just a blur. Underneath, reverse layup is good. A 6-footer. And I doubt if he's that big. Iverson gets a screen by Montross, comes around it, drives by Campbell, underneath, reverse layup. Was that a magnificent play by the little guy, giving his club a 7-point lead.
And they ran right into Will Smith and his soon-to-be bride, Jada Pinkett. Jada's telling everybody that I'm all right. Will Smith is telling everybody, hey, you come over here like that.
So you're credited, obviously, as you should be, as someone who bridged the gap between culture and sports.
The 76ers rewarded Iverson's game with a max contract worth over $70 million.
In the top 5 in 3 categories, having a wonderful year. He would be an all-star if there was a game this season.
I always liked AI. Like he had the style that appealed to a kid like me. Like everybody in my neighborhood loved AI.
He brought style to the game of basketball. He brought flair. He brought, the tattoos. He brought the braids.
There was real resentment toward him. You could feel it in some of the pieces you read back then.
It was the culture war.
Crossover from Iverson, drawing oohs and ahs, and one from the line.
Hip-hop is still on the outside at that time.
The NBA's leading scorer and some would say most dynamic player is in the house tonight, Allen Iverson.
Take a look at what he's done. Leads the league. Pretty decent field goal percentage.
But back then, hip-hop was still on the outside looking in. And if you're associated with hip-hop, that makes you an outsider.
That's unbelievable.
Allen Iverson.
In his 3rd season, Iverson captured the scoring title.
Iverson quickly down the other end. Allen Iverson with the finger on. 4 on the shot clock. There's the steal from Iverson.
His talent was so immense, it often bled beyond the structure of the offense. This was often labeled street ball. Call it what you will, but with the ball in his hand, no one could stay in front of him.
Iverson, that'll count, and a foul. Iverson right back to work. Gets 2 more. All cotton for Iverson.
The reverse by Allen Iverson.
What a play by Allen Iverson as he wrapped it around the rim and twirled it home.
Allen Iverson led the way, not only tonight with his 31, but all season, unleashed as a storm. The Philadelphia 76ers are going to the playoffs for the first time in 8 years.
Next category is, was he a one of one? I'm going to say unquestionably. Seeing him in person, it was kind of, for the first time, you're like, what is this?
He had led the 76ers to the playoffs.
And welcome back to the First Union Center. The last time the 76ers were in the playoffs, they played at the Spectrum. This will be the largest crowd of well over 18,000. Iverson shooting over Armstrong. And the crowd erupts. The NBA scoring champion at 6 feet, 165 pounds.
Against the Magic, AI set a new playoff record, notching 10 steals.
A whirling dervish in a bundle of energy, but a lightning-quick bundle of energy.
What's happening? This guy's so fast.
A steal by Iverson. Hardaway lost it, and Iverson lays it in. Great steal once again. That is the 7th steal of the game.
He added 33 points for good measure.
Iverson with another steal. He's got 8 steals in this game. And I'll tell you what, there's excitement back in Philadelphia.
You stop this.
And 9 steals, an NBA record in a playoff game for Allen Iverson. He wanted to hear it from the crowd. He's been hearing it from his mom. Allen Iverson hits. Allen Iverson, 33 points, 10 steals, only 2 turnovers. A record night.
He posed for this cover of Slam magazine, which would become one of the most influential basketball magazine covers ever.
Early in his career, that attention focused on his controversial image.
The cornrows, the do-rag, the tattoos.
You get a bad, everybody calls you like the bad boy of the NBA and the bad boy of this. And you think you get a bad rap just because you got cornrows?
Yeah, I mean, it's unfair. It's unfair, but it's true. You know, it's true. I mean, people look at the way I dress, who I hang around, jewelry and everything. I mean, people try to make me 34 years old, and I'm only 24 years old. I'm growing every day. I'm trying to get better every day.
He appeared on the cover of Hoop Magazine or whatever the in-arena magazine was, and they airbrushed his tattoos.
The league's official publication was trying to make Iverson everything he wasn't, famously airbrushing out his earrings, necklace, and neck tattoo for this 1999 shoot.
When Iverson cut a rap album in 2000 featuring sexually explicit material, the response inside and outside the league was so loud that the album was never released.
You're a hardcore hip-hop fan, and this album is for you. If you don't care about hardcore gangster rap, just don't buy it.
I think your basketball skills are unmatched and well recognized, but a lot of controversy has been on your tats and your jewelry.
Nobody want to hear nothing about how many scholarships I give out, you know, what I do as far as charities. Don't nobody want to hear about that. That's not news when it comes to
Iverson streaking by everybody. Reverse layup. Oh, wow!
In 2001, Iverson entered his prime.
What a spectacular coast to coast.
And took over the league.
The Philadelphia 76ers at 54 and 23 with Iverson.
Here's Iverson over Armstrong. Iverson 2 for 2.
An assassin. He averaged over 31 points a game this season.
None of that. Ratliff blocks his shot, and his ball is run down by Doliak.
Taken
away by Iverson.
Adding 6 assists and 2.5 steals a game.
Outlaw's there, and a foul. Somehow he scores. Well, here we go. Iverson on the dribble against Armstrong.
It was often foul him or get embarrassed.
There's not just a chance you're going to get scored on. There's a pretty good chance you could get embarrassed.
Yeah.
The drive and a foul, and it counts.
Allen Iverson is going ballistic here at the gun.
3 points. I don't know that there's ever been anybody more physically intimidating. than Allen Iverson. When he took the floor, he was relentless.
Iverson. Going for 50. He got it! Allen Iverson, for the third time in his career, has hit for 50 points.
And then when you combine that with the mindset that he had to attack and attack relentlessly.
He was an evasive, creative scorer.
Pound for pound, inch for inch, Allen Iverson was the greatest scorer in NBA history.
Now he's got stopped and he breaks his ankles.
A unique, explosive talent.
And he got it! And the crowd rising to their feet.
The block, boy.
Blocked by Iverson. He got a piece of it. Vaughn is glued to him. I mean, he is in his shirt. And Allen's trying to bust a move on him.
Stepped on his feet.
Wow, he breaks his ankles and
some
trails
space.
it.
Man.
Iverson behind his back.
Undersized, underdog. In a land of giants, but still conquering.
The 6-foot-tall warrior burned his name into the hearts of fans everywhere.
Allen Iverson represented Philadelphia.
Trying to bust up Armstrong, runs it up and in.
Personified everything that Philadelphia saw itself as.
No Armstrong, he's fouled out, so Corey Alexander on Iverson. Here's Allen for the tie. Yeah!
The remarkable year concluded with Iverson being named the NBA MVP.
2001 NBA MVP, Allen Iverson.
In the playoffs, Iverson played like an MVP.
Danny Crawford, one of the premier officials in the game, throws it up. Crawford, Dick Bebeto, and Eddie F. Rush.
Iverson with the steal.
Carrying the 76ers beyond what anyone thought the roster was capable of.
Holds about 4 inches on him and tracks the double from Carter.
Iverson is 52 in Game 5.
Tricky. Knockout. Not playing. You know what I'm saying?
This was like, they weren't scoring in the 130s like they do now. This is the equivalent of like if there were 3 60-point games.
Williams, Iverson. Yes! His 8th three-pointer of the night. Iverson again. Allen for the record. Yes! 52 points for Iverson. A record for a 76er in a playoff game. He is the man.
The buzzer. No good. And the Sixers hold on and advance to the conference finals.
That's tough.
The Monster Series catapulted the 76ers into the conference finals.
Allen Iverson, that's why he's the MVP.
Continues to shoot the ball well.
The 76ers faced another Game 7.
Another three for Iverson. Oh, terrific ball fake from Iverson. Iverson puts it in. 31 for Iverson. Shot clock turned off. Final seconds, third quarter.
Doubling.
Iverson double team.
Iverson dropped 42 points.
final seconds at the First Union Center. And for the first time in 18 years, the Sixers are going back to the NBA Finals.
The dynamic play of AI had somehow dragged a subpar roster into the finals.
What a player.
That shows you how hard this man played. You got to remember, if you want to know how good Allen Iverson is,
different, bro.
Look at the team he took to the championships. That says it all. That says it all.
Yeah.
If you want to know how great he was.
For the defending NBA champion Lakers, they'll face the NBA's most valuable player, Allen Iverson, who comes off a spectacular 44-point game.
He not only took the team to the finals, it was maybe the worst team ever to go to the finals.
He drives it and gets Kobe back on his heel.
Not only that, but with the worst teammates that one superstar ever took to the finals, he beat one of the greatest postseason teams of all time, the Shaq-Kobe Lakers, who suffered their only postseason loss to Iverson.
Robert Horry backs to three-point territory.
But in the finals, Iverson ran into a dominant Lakers team.
Iverson again. For the field, Iverson for three. Yes! Allen Iverson.
A Lakers team that hadn't lost a single game in the playoffs.
Allen Iverson, 38 points, and the Sixers lead by 12.
It was a foregone conclusion that the scrappy 76ers were about to get cheek clapped.
Iverson.
But Iverson had other ideas.
The 76ers with the ball down by 1. Yes!
And then another moment that would have been, it still is infamous, but if social media was back then, when you hit the jumper on T. Lue and stepped over him.
Iverson, bothered by Lue.
Oh, this is in the finals? Ah, come here.
Things any of us had ever seen on a basketball court?
This is in the finals? Nah. That's nasty.
7 straight points by Iverson. Looked like he was dead in the water.
That was in the finals. It's crazy.
Defeated the Los Angeles Lakers.
Iverson scored 48 points. It was the Lakers' lone defeat of the entire playoffs. Ultimately, the Lakers would win the series.
That's the way it's gone for the Lakers, who finished with a 15-1 run. The best all-time playoff winning percentage in the history of the league.
He's gotten people to look beyond his tattoos, hairstyles, and clothing styles. And he's shown how a little man can become one of the game's biggest stars.
Iverson, who averages 3 steals a game, getting his first right there.
Iverson continued to dominate.
Underrated on his defensive intensity. He pays the passing range better than anybody almost in the league. Allen Iverson got a score, but they're down. They're not up.
Ah, big shot, boy.
No one was able to keep him from scoring.
Allen all the way in, the contact, no call. He makes the bank shot.
And if I missed it, I missed it. You were burned for life, you know? That's what I get all game. If I missed it, I missed it.
But with little help, Iverson was seen as a one-man show.
Iverson starts to make his move with 6 on the clock.
Come here.
1.6 seconds remaining.
An elite shot maker, man. More tough shots.
A 4-point lead.
So the season ends.
And Brown criticized Iverson after for missing team practices, and Iverson responded,
We sitting here, I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice. I mean, listen, we talking about practice. Not a game, not a game, not a game. We talking about practice. I lost. I lost my best friend. I lost him, and I lost this year. Everything's going downhill for me, as far as just that, you know, as far as my life. And then I'm dealing with this right here. I don't want to deal with this, man.
When you're becoming a cultural icon, you're making a lot of people upset. And a lot of people can't wait for you to fall down, so now they can step over you.
And now they're here. Iverson the steal. Here come the Sixers. Dancing in.
Despite the off-the-court drama, Iverson continued to thrive.
On the seesaw again, the Sixers down 1. Iverson. Yes! Oh!
shot, big
but
shot.
injuries continued to mount.
And Allen Iverson appeared to have suffered a pull.
People don't understand, first of all, how small you are. And then to see the burst of sacks on your elbows or how beat up your hips are, like this couldn't move.
Allen Iverson made his return last night after missing 4 games with a bruised right shoulder.
You name me another guy with the heart he had every night. He used to wear hockey pads. You know the pads that go, you guys probably wore them too, the pads that go all the way around you. I used to see him after games, bruised, banged up, and his only thing was, yo, Wab, I gotta go hard. You know, if they watch me, this the first night, this might be the first time anybody's ever come see me play.
He does tend to take a beating, but he hangs in there, and he plays just about every minute of every game, and among the NBA scoring leaders, and Iverson's scoring average as far as career is way up there. And I said to him before the game, what doesn't hurt? He says, hey, man, it's just that time of year.
Game 1 of the first round, the only game in town tonight, and you're going to see it on TNT.
Iverson with the steal. Iverson slowed it down, trying to draw the foul. And
that's an and 1.
76ers 86. The Hornets. Iverson.
In the playoffs, he came up in the clutch time and again.
Give me some room so I can hit. You know what I'm saying? Some back up, man. Really getting to work.
He set a franchise record with 55 points in a playoff game.
Allen Iverson has a game that defines itself in a very unique way. He has playground moves and he has quickness. He can go from end to end as fast as anybody in the NBA.
Players to come in, one by the name of Allen Iverson, the leading scorer in the league.
He led the league again in scoring.
4 scoring titles.
Come here.
Perfect timing.
Come here. Off balance, I'm not though.
Allen Iverson with 37 points.
But Allen Iverson is on top of things as always, leads the league in scoring, leads the league in steals. And the question, I guess, for the Hawks is how do you defend the indefensible?
Yes, they've not found a solution to that.
Well, Bob, as I mentioned that about
Steal by Iverson. He's led the league 3 straight years, going on 4. Iverson
tricking me out.
The rhythm on his shot. 4 threes, 6 assists, 2 steals, 39 points. Make it 41. It was January the 15th last season when he put 58 on the board against Houston, his career high. Comes off to a standing ovation.
Shot clock unplugged. 104, 7 seconds to play. Iverson against Gill, the crowd on its feet.
Come here.
Allen for the win! Yes!
Come here, man.
Welcome back to Philadelphia. The Magic and the Philadelphia 76ers getting together for the 4th and final time this year. The Magic have won the 2 of the previous 3 meetings.
Against the Magic, Iverson put on an all-time performance.
David, you get the feeling he's going at a different speed than everybody else?
always.
Iverson pushing the action once again and scores.
Iverson shot the lights out.
Iverson with the jumper. We are seeing something special tonight. Allen Iverson, 54 points in the game. 3rd time this year, 9th time in his career in regular season play. He also did it 3 times in postseason play. That makes 59 for Iverson. Now he'll go for 60. Career high 60 points for the 6-time NBA All-Star.
24 for 27 from the line, too. I like those.
He's going to run through a wall. He's going to sweat on you. There's no foul. Like you can't bully him.
His all-go, no-quit style exposed him to additional wear and tear.
Oh, and Iverson is up.
And off the floor, but hobbling.
Yeah, that's a tough call.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Didn't look at the coach, didn't look at the staff, just was going right back in.
Boy, is he a warrior?
Some of my greatest arguments with him, Kevin, was when he got injured. He wanted to get back in the game. He didn't care how bad he was hurt.
So you're talking about a guy who's gonna come at you 1,000% all the time.
Rebound, Jamison, and he calls time.
Got time.
With 3 and 9/10 seconds to play. 3 and 9/10 seconds tied up.
One of his most iconic moments came against the Wizards.
Big steal.
Steal by Iverson, posting in!
He won the game! That's tough. That's tough.
The following season, the league instituted a dress code which seemed directly targeted at Allen Iverson.
Players must dress in business casual attire during any team or league business, so expect to see sport jackets and slacks rather than throwback jerseys and T-shirts.
The players take their end of it, get out of the prison garb, and the thuggery aspect of basketball that has come along with hip-hop music.
4 times he had led the league in scoring.
Tough defender, Jacques Vaughn. Iverson going one-on-one.
However, his incredible individual accolades hadn't equaled team success.
Breaks the ankles of Vaughn and knocks it down.
In a loss to Chicago on December 6th, Allen Iverson left the game in the fourth quarter with back spasms. It would be his last appearance as the Philadelphia 76ers.
Whether a player asks for a trade or I decide to make a trade, those things are private matters. I'm trying to do what I think is best for this organization.
But after 10 years without a title, he was no longer wanted.
Traded Allen Iverson and Ivan McFarland to Denver for Andre Miller, Joe Smith, and 2 first-round picks.
It didn't feel good at all.
I never thought the day would come where I'm pretty much saying goodbye to you as a Philadelphia 76er. You are now a member of the Denver Nuggets.
Iverson now with it for Denver. And one! Wow!
Allen's saga has been one of the season's most talked about stories.
He'd now be paired with fellow star Carmelo Anthony.
For Allen Iverson, this is the 8th consecutive year he's been an All-Star. And as he closed one chapter of his career, he opened a new one in Denver where he would try to blend his talents with Carmelo Anthony and the Nuggets.
So he's on fire here at the start. He's at 3 of 4.
Good spin.
Iverson.
High off the glass.
Having 2 ball-dominant scorers is tricky to make work. Iverson's time with the Nuggets was short-lived.
Denver had decided that they would not offer Allen an extension. Does that make the team bad? No, that's business.
First, we're going to get to the big trade that transpired this afternoon. Just huge going on, folks, between the Denver Nuggets and the Detroit Pistons. Allen Iverson, one of the game's best scorers in history, is headed to Detroit.
You're sitting here today as a member of the Detroit Pistons. Your thoughts?
I have that shot now. You know, I feel like the sky's the limit.
Enter Allen Iverson, one of the game's most brilliant offensive talents.
So Allen Iverson, have to get used to that look. Wearing the Piston jersey. He wins the league's MVP award. All NBA first team on 3 occasions. His career scoring average of 27.7, number 1 among active players.
They cleared some space and let Allen Iverson provide the answer.
With the Pistons, Iverson provided some fantastic moments.
Big shot. You know what I'm saying? Give him a little push off, lean back with the shot.
With .2 showing on the clock. He brings everybody to their feet at the Palace.
However, injuries plagued him, and he lasted just a single season with Detroit.
Allen Iverson not playing for the 3rd straight game because of a back issue. In fact,
he had a cup of coffee in Memphis, then returned to the 76ers.
Once upon a time, this was his town. He owned it, held it in the palm of his hand. A packed house here at the Wachovia Center to greet Allen Iverson
After 25 games, he retired.
6-foot guard from Georgetown, number 3,
Allen Iverson, the answer, is finally going to officially retire.
The answer is an icon of the sport.
The man called the answer was a Rookie of the Year and made 11 All-Star teams. 11. Iverson was MVP in 2001 and finished with more than 24,000 points.
He far surpasses the numbers.
Yes, and there it is!
Easiest thing in the world is to be yourself. Everybody else taking up, why not be you?
The cornrows, the do-rag, the tattoos.
Iverson on the move.
A culture was not just changed, but defined by him.
I think he is one of the most beloved ex-players, and it's so funny because it was so not the case in the late 90s.
Come here, boy.
What a move by Iverson.
Taking the Philadelphia 76ers with that Rat Pack bunch to the NBA Finals against the Lakers.
Allen Iverson. The answer.
Nobody brings it home like it should.
And that's the end of this one, y'all. Allen Iverson, the answer, original career documentary, man. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. AI is probably gonna become one of my favorite players from his time. You know, if I grew up there this time, then I'll probably be, you know what I'm saying, crazy AI fan. But yeah, man, it's fire. It's fire. Let me know what other documentaries y'all want me to watch. Links in the description. Turn on post notifications. Make sure you click on the last reaction on your screen right now, and I'm out of here. Oh. Oh my God, is it